Howdy y'all, my name is Price and I'm coming at you with a brand new series that I'm doing. I'm calling Price's Rogues Gallery, where I try to check out all the best roguelite games that are out there. Not roguelike with a K, but roguelite with a T. That means permadeath, that means random generation, that means all the good stuff that we've come to love about a lot of these games. You guys have already seen me play a bunch of these in the past. Cavern Kings, Binding of Isaac, Necro Dancer. I love roguelite games, some of my favorite genres that exist, and so I decided I want to do a showcase of all of them. I want to see every single roguelite that there possibly is out there. And so down below, I want you guys to suggest to me all the different roguelite games that you love, and I will try and get to as many of them as I possibly can in this series. Check it out every Saturday here in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, be here and join it with me. So what is this first game we're playing? Dungeon of the Endless. This is from the guys over at Amplitude Studio. They make tons of awesome games. They have Endless Legend and Endless Space are their other games. And they have a really cool approach to making these really deep yet intuitive games. So while they have these crazy complex things running underneath the surface, you come to understand them fairly easily. That being said, this game has a hell of a difficulty curve that I am coming to learn. And with that, let's just go ahead and jump in. We'll watch a quick little cinematic that starts the game off, and then I will explain to you all the stuff as it comes up and is relevant. So here we see our prison transport ship heading towards a red planet off in the distance. Something Mars-esque. Oh look, we're on fire, and oh no, we're getting shot at by other stuff, and oh no, we're falling to pieces. Boom! Escape pod is out, and that is us. We are in that escape pod. First thing you're going to notice, we have two difficulties. We have easy and too easy. And I think this is just like troll, because they don't want you to feel good about lowering the difficulty. We're lowering the difficulty. Why am I lowering the difficulty? Because I've already tried to record this episode like twice on easy and gotten annihilated way quicker than I would like to while I'm trying to explain stuff. Now, this is a roguelite, so you're going to die a lot, but on this first kind of showcase episode, I want to show you guys a lot of the game, and I haven't been able to do so in my previous attempts at recording, and as a result, I want to be able to show that to you, so we're going along the too easy difficulty. I think of it like the difficulties in FTL, for those of you who have played that, where it's like, normal mode is like tough as nails, and easy is sort of what I would expect normal to be. But oh well, that's me being a big old babby, so you can talk down in the comments below about low price, you noob, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. I can take it, I can handle it, but I want to show you guys as much of this game as I can. So, first thing you do in this is you pick a ship and you pick a crew. The only ship that we can choose right now is the escape pod. You'll see there are tons of different ships, and what these actually do is they change the rules of the game. So it's not just that you are picking a different ship with kind of like different cosmetic things, but like for example this Armory Pod, you start with 4 heroes, but you don't gain any industry bonuses over the game. So essentially you have less money, and so it's a very difficult thing to do. Library Pod, you have more common resources and artifacts. Your heroes are smarter, but they're less powerful, so you get kind of a bonus to wit, but a lower DPS. And so it really does modify the way that the game plays. So there's all kinds of different ships that you can get. This one here, I think, actually, yeah, endless mode. All right? Pretty tricky, I would think, but I bet it could probably get a lot of fun once you get to a specific level. Then we've got the Sanitary Pod, another cool one. So, we start with the Escape Pod, which has no bonuses, no change. This is kind of like vanilla. This is default gameplay. You get 2 heroes that you can select, and these are the heroes that we have down below. There are several that I haven't unlocked, but I have encountered, and then there are plenty that I haven't even encountered. The way that you unlock heroes is essentially find them on a map, hire them, and then keep them alive for around 3 floors. I think each character might have a different setting, but no, all these ones say, yeah, keep them alive for 3 floors. These 2 characters, Josh Natello and Kriang, I got for buying the Crystal edition of this game, and then Kriang you get for having the Emperor edition of Endless Legend, another game from Amplitude Studios. And so, what are the characters? Let's quickly go through the ones that we actually have unlocked just so you can see some kind of things. We have Max O'Kane. He's a pretty well-rounded character stat-wise. He uses a pistol as his weapon, and his skills are kind of leadership-based. We have Sarah Numis, who's a bounty hunter. She's got really high speed and a good DPS, kind of low HP, so she's kind of like a rogue-type character, but she is a fantastic character, and we are going to end up taking her with us. We've got Gork the Butcher Corroser, who has huge damage, super low speed, high HP. He's alright, not going to be good for us. He has super low wit, which is actually very important. We have Nurse Dina Ratchet. Again, a pretty well-rounded character, and I think her skills are based around healing characters, so she could be a good support character. I haven't used her too much in the past, so I don't know too much about her. We've got Scroig, which is a character that I have unlocked. Maximum DPS, pretty high speed, good HP, and fairly good wit. So he's actually a really great character, and I would almost consider taking him, but I have another character in mind that I want to take with us. We have Professor Josh Natello, the highest possible wit that you can have, which is great. Not too great overall on the rest of the stats, but he would be a fantastic character to bring along for certain things that we'll talk about in a bit. Then we have Krieg, who's a nice, well-rounded character. Pretty high wit, pretty high other stuff, so a fairly solid character to bring along with you. I like Krieg a lot. So, what else do we have going on here? Let's talk about these stats. We've got hit points, which are really important, obviously. You want to have a lot of health. Because you want to be able to survive being fought. Speed is very, very important. It's your movement speed around and through rooms, but this is really, really crucial because the whole kind of end game of every level is you want to get a crystal from point A to point B. The crystal slows you down a bit, and so you want to make sure you have a super fast character to be able to carry it to the end location as quickly as possible to avoid taking too much damage. DPS, obviously very important because it's how much damage you're going to be doing to enemies that you face. And wit gives you a bonus when you manipulate or repair modules. This is crucial in building up enough resources to be able to sustain yourself through the long game. And so we definitely want to have a character with at least a semi-high wit, if not a character with a massively high wit. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and pick our two characters we're going to start with. So I'm thinking we're going to pick Krieg, the Lore Keeper, because Krieg has a pretty high wit and other good stats along with that, and Sarah Numis, who has really high movement speed and okay stats elsewise. Her damage is fairly good, but that movement speed is going to be really, really useful for us. So, enough talking. Let's get into this business. Our escape pod has left our ship, and crash landing. That's a big explosion. I don't know how we possibly survived that, but apparently we did, because this is where we're going to start the level. All right, we got Krieg and Sarah in our ship. You're going to see the crystal that I was talking about. The end game of this is to get this crystal to the exit, so we have to find the exit. Here we have a door. When we open this door, it's like taking a turn. It's how you make the game advance. It's how you make things happen. And what do I mean by advancement? Well, first of all, we've got these different resources up here in the upper left. So we've got industry, which is essentially money. You use this to build modules and minor modules. Very important for to get more resources throughout the game. We have science, which you use to research new types of modules. And we have food, which you use essentially to level up your characters, to heal your characters, to do things related to your characters. Additionally, you can find shops throughout the game, which will use all three of these resources as potential currency. So depending on which shop you come across, they might want science, they might want food, they might want industry. So it's always good to have a nice little backlog of this stuff if you can. You can see underneath we have a +8, a +3, and a +6. This is how much of these resources you're going to get each time you open a door. Because we're playing on the very easy mode, I know, newbie baby, we're going to get a little bit more of these resources as we go through, so it's going to help us to be able to do better throughout the long game. Like I said, I want to make sure to be able to show you guys as much as I possibly can. This final resource we see here is dust, and dust is essentially like power in FTL. You use it to power rooms, and each of those rooms you can put modules and other things in order to get more stuff throughout. So you definitely want as much dust as you possibly can get, and dust is also kind of the HP of your crystal. So as you go through, you're going to find more dust, which will give us more power, but as enemies attack your crystal, which you want to be protecting at all times, your dust can go down. So you want to make sure not to let that happen at all, or very minor amounts. So let's open a door. What's going to happen in this room? Probably some bad guys? Yeah, some crystals. These guys have an interesting AI in that they will try and immediately rush towards your crystal to take it out, so you can kill them without any problem. What you may have noticed there is that during that combat, I personally wasn't doing anything. The game takes over as far as combat is concerned, other than these things, which are skills that you get to activate at your choice. And so that's kind of how you can directly influence specific combat, but otherwise your characters will take care of it on their own, and you just want to be monitoring their HP and whatnot, and getting them in and out of rooms as necessary. Let's go ahead and power up this room, and you'll see that this slot will light up there. So up here in the upper mid here, you'll see that power, as we power on rooms, it takes up one of our slots. Each powering slot is essentially 10 dust, okay? And you'll notice we have these little nodes on the ground. These nodes are where you can place modules. So we definitely want to place some modules. We're going to open up this slot here and place one of our 3 major modules that we can make at the moment. And we're going to make an industry generator. Each of these, as you can guess from their color and their names, they increase the amount per turn you get of whatever particular resource they represent. So we're going to start with industry because industry is the most crucial to be upgrading as you go along. We could also build minor modules on these tiny slots here. And so this one, the prisoner prod, is kind of like a little turret. Does a little bit of damage to enemies that come into the room each tick. And so having a bunch of these can be good in specific rooms, but they cost resources, so you don't want to build them in every potential slot. Otherwise, you might end up wasting a lot of industry. Okay. The other thing you can see, let's go ahead and back out of that really quickly. I've got a green 1 here next to Kriang. That just means I've got enough food in my saved up food to level up Kriang. I'm going to go ahead and level up Kriang because she takes very little to upgrade, so that's very nice. And I want to get her leveled up as quickly as I can to level 4 because then she can manipulate modules, which makes them produce even more, which is really useful. So let's just keep going through rooms and see what happens as we move along. Okay. I'm going to power up this room, and in here we have a research crystal. So let's go ahead and activate this research crystal. So as you can see here, this is what science is for. We could use science to research some of these things. And now that I'm seeing that there's an industry generator 2 here, that's making me think that the next possible room where we can build a generator, we might be building a science generator because we definitely want this upgrade. It'll turn all of our industry generators into level 2, and that means that they produce 4 industry per turn or per door rather than 3, which is actually a massive bonus to have this early on in the game. So we're going to definitely keep that in mind. Right now, we can't really research much, so we're just going to keep moving forward. Keep this room powered, very important. Okay, let's take out these enemies. Yeah, we killed the crystal, so that's good, because he would go straight for the crystal, which could be potentially dangerous. Let's power up this room as well. So now we're using all of our power, but hopefully we'll get some more dust in the next room. Another thing that we might be coming across soon is if you can't power a room, then it has the potential for spawning enemies. And so we definitely want to power as many rooms as we can, and you'll see that that suddenly becomes a resource we have to balance. Do I really want to rush into more doors because then I'm making more possible avenues for enemies to attack. So I just built a science generator, so now we're producing 6 science per turn rather than 3. So hopefully we'll get enough by the end of this level to start researching the industry generator 2. I don't know that we will, but we'll give it a shot. All right, let's move into the next room. Come on, dust. Give me some dust. No dust. All right, so now we're not going to be able to power this room, which is dangerous, because that means we could potentially... Oh, we just got enough. We got 1 from killing enemies. You always have a chance of getting some dust from killing an enemy, so that was super useful that popped up. We don't quite have enough to build a new module yet, so we'll just kind of keep that on the back burner until our next turn. Then I think we should have enough. Hopefully 10 dust! 9. All right, get 1 from a kill. Come on, get 1 from a kill. That would be perfect. Yeah! Just enough. All right, so we've got another room built up. We're going to go ahead and put our next generator in here. I'm going to get another industry generator. I find kind of offsetting every generator you build with an industry generator seems to be the best way of kind of building up a lot of industry later on. We can also see that Kriang's got a level 2 here. Kriang, to get to level 3, is still cheaper than getting Sarah to level 2. So we're going to do that. Okay. Keep them moving. Let's head into the next room. And I think we need to get 46 science in order to be able to get the research going from the research crystal, so we'll definitely keep that in mind. Let's open this next door. As you can see, we didn't have enough power to open this one, so it could randomly spawn enemies. We now have enough, so we'll do that. And now we've found our exit. This is where the crystal needs to get. We could end the game now. We could go grab the crystal, bring it all the way up here, and we would be fine. Okay? But because we have that research that we want to get done, I would like to go ahead and do that before we leave the floor. The other thing is, the more doors you can open before moving on to the next floor, the more resources you can build up before the next floor. So sometimes it's really smart to just keep going to try and get as many resources. Now, again, we're playing on the 2 easy mode. We have a lot more leeway. If you were playing on easy mode, I would probably suggest, don't risk it. Then again, getting a level 2 industry generator this early on, really crucial. It's a very tricky game in that way. We really got to be thinking through all the potential permutations. Let's go ahead, though. We started the research on that, so we are going to move through some rooms in order to make that happen. Let's move back a little bit. Yep, see, enemies spawned in there. this specific enemy was coming right for us, but some enemies will rush straight for the crystal, so you always want to be keeping that in mind. Oh, here's a cool thing. You'll see this blue mist in this room. This room is powering itself, so we don't have to actually power this room. That's really, really nice. We do now have enough resources to get another generator. I think... let's get a food replicator. I'd like a little more food before we leave this floor. The other thing I'd like to do, let's go back to this crystal here. I want to see, and I'm using Sarah just because she moves so quickly. How many... 2 doors left to research. So you can always know how many doors it's going to take to research something. So sometimes you can use that to calculate, will I actually be able to research this before the floor is over? I knew I had 3 doors when I started the research, so I knew I was going to be fine trying to research it before the end of the floor. Okay, let's just keep opening doors and see what we get. Wow, there's a lot of doors on this floor. And we're under attack. We didn't get any randoms though, so that's good. And we're doing all right for killing things. Okay, 1 more door, and we should get the research. Like I said, I want to try and get... okay, we got this door open. Any randoms? No randoms, and I powered up that room just because I could. All right, we're doing fine. I can now level up Kriang to level 3, or level 4 rather, which, like I said, I really wanted to do. Got no more doors over there. Let's get everybody back. And I'm going to put Kriang, we'll say, let's put Kriang in this room. So, what Kriang's going to be able to do here is you'll see a little cog image appear. So let's go look at her stats so you can see it. Her passive skill, Operate, can operate major modules. The hero needs to stay at least 1 turn in the room to improve the module's effect. So we're not going to see it just yet. So it's still at the plus 16 that it was already at. But... on the next turn, we'll see that number increase, and that increase is based on her wit. It won't be a plus 9, but it will be a modifier of this. I think it'll be about half that, maybe like a plus 4. So we shall see how that goes. But let's keep opening doors. I'm feeling lucky. I'm not too concerned. And we got a little bit of power, so we were able to power all these rooms, so we know that the only place that enemies are going to be spawning at the moment is in this region. So we're going to keep going through that region and getting as much as we can. And I believe, are we at industry level 2 yet? I think we are. Yeah, we finished our science. So actually, before we start opening doors, let's go see if there's anything else we can research on the rest of this floor, because we might as well use some of our science while we got it. What new things do we have? Autodoc shards, sea blaster, tear gas. We don't have enough science to research those. None of these are things that I really want. What do the autodoc shards do? Adds health regen. Sea blaster does zone damage. But the grenades damage everybody, so it's dangerous. Tear gas applies a damage of 4 per second to monsters in the room. That's kind of cool. Very, very cool, actually. Those could be really nice, actually. So maybe I will wait a turn. I'll bring back Sarah, and I'll have her start the research on that, because I bet you we can finish that by the end of this floor. Especially if there's another door past here. We can be very confident that we could do it. Okay. Let's open the next room. There is not a door past here, so maybe not with the research. Let's back up a little bit, just because I want to make sure that nothing else has spawned there. Okay. Sarah's doing all right, but it's a little dangerous. I'd like to level her up soon if we can, because she is not doing so great. We got a little bit more power. Now we're taking risks. Now we're definitely taking risks as we open doors, because having Kriang stuck here means that our damage output is far reduced. At the same time, all these doors are going to open up as soon as we go to try and end the level anyways, so it might be smart of us to know what's coming from where. So let's go ahead and open some more doors. I'm not going to worry about the research. I'll build up just in case we can get the, whatchamacallit, another replicator upgrade. Okay, we're going to have to pull Kriang in a second here. Okay, Kriang, I was happy about your bonus that you were providing, but now I need some help. And let's get Sarah out of there really quickly. Let's get Kriang back a little bit more. We're going to slowly make our way back. They're going to take out that food replicator, but we're not going to open any more doors, so that's fine, actually. So let's do what we can. I'm going to spend a little bit to heal Sarah, and hopefully we don't lose anybody here. I think you guys will be fine. Those crystals won't attack anything. They just want to attack the crystal. So I should be able to kill these guys. Let's get them down there and let's kill these guys. Okay, so yeah, we're going to end the floor without opening every door, which is usually how this game goes. We will power that room just to make getting through here a little bit easier. We're going to move Kriang up into this exit room as kind of a protector, because we know that bad guys are going to be spawning all over this place, and they're also going to be spawning right here, actually. So I should actually keep Kriang there, I think, because Sarah's going to have to pass through there. And we're going to just save all of our resources. We could build a bunch of turrets and things. I think Sarah's fast enough to get us out of here. But let's go ahead and end this floor. Click on that end crystal button, head to the crystal, and now we can see all the doors open. We don't get resources for those doors opening at the end, so we have to be very, very careful. Okay, Kriang, let Sarah get through there, protect her a little bit, and then let's get you up towards that exit. Sarah's going to get hit a couple times. I might have to waste a little more food to heal her. No, looks like we might make it. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Oh no, here. It's this room. Hurry. Exit. We're both ready. Exit. It clears all the baddies on the floor. We make it to the next one. Awesome. Okay. I think we're going to play one more floor for you guys on this episode. So, here's another cool little thing. You get dialogue. And this dialogue will actually unlock information about the different characters that you can read in a different album in the game. So, check the buttons. Is there a floor? Safe zone? Full of hot chicks? Nothing. Okay, that's all we got. That would be awesome. A safe zone full of hot chicks. Sarah's down with a safe zone full of hot chicks. Good to know, Sarah. Good to know. All right. Next floor. Okay. We're going to move on through just like we did the last one. Let's go on into this room here. Small room, but it's a room. We will power it up immediately because we got the dust. And we will start attacking stuff. As you can see, we're still taking a good amount of damage. We're still, we're not in great places to be like totally protected or anything. Immediately buying an industry generator just because we want to make sure that that's like the first thing that we get the most of. Let's move on into this room. Nice. Okay. I'm going to power this one up. And this is going to be kind of my attack zone where I keep Kriang, I think. So we're going to put a food replicator in here. And I'll go ahead and build a couple of the turrets and things because I want you guys to see how these guys work. And because I find that having a zone like this is actually kind of really useful. These prisoner prods only cost 3 apiece, so it's not so bad. Sarah can now level up, so let's go ahead and level her up. And hopefully we'll come across some merchants or something so you guys can see those things as well. But we're going to leave Kriang in here so Kriang can continue to operate this food replicator, get us some extra food. And let's move on through the floor. Okay, let's back up. Let's draw the enemy into here. And now you'll see that the turrets give us another bonus amount of damage. And having Kriang attack from in here doesn't get rid of her ability to manipulate the module. So it still works in the fashion that we would like it to. Let's build another industry generator here. And let's just get Sarah moving further into the floor. Okay. What do we got in here? Oh, that's our exit. We could easily finish this level. I mean, this is a very short distance, so that's good to know. Let's go ahead and open from here. Let's like to clear out a whole zone first. You can't build any modules in exit zones, so important to consider that. Let's get... Do you want another food replicator or science? I think for right now we're going to go with food. I'd like to build up as much food as we can. And we'll continue to move through. All right, next one. Oh, this is a single room, so that's not so bad. Hopefully we can get enough power. Let's back up so we can protect this. So we can have, all of our characters attack as much as we can. I'd like to get enough power to power that because it's a single room and I'd just rather not have that be spawning stuff all the time. We're going to upgrade Sarah again. So now she has the ability to repair modules. And luckily repairs don't have to happen, on a turn. They can happen whilst in battle and all of that. So you can heal everything back up before you move on to the next room. So that's very nice. We're going to continue to build more resources up. Oh, there was a chest in there, which we got a photon decelerator. Don't know what that is, and I will check it in just a second. Got a little more power, so we're going to power up this one, just so we don't have guys randomly spawning in there. And we will build another industry generator. What else do we have going on? Can't upgrade anybody. We don't have any other rooms that we can put stuff in, so yeah, that's the best we can do, I think. And let's check that item that we just picked up. The photon decelerator. Can we equip that? Is that a... Let's check. Yeah, it's a device. So it will give us +2 speed. And what else does it do? That's it. Yeah, it just gives you speed +2. And it unlocks some ability called Scamper, which the monsters don't slow down the hero. So this is great for Sarah, who is our crystal runner. So now she'll be slightly faster, even though she was already super fast. Okay. Oh, is this the whole floor? Oh, no. There's a whole set of stuff up this way. Perfect. And what did we find up in here? This is a new character? Let's talk to him. Jolary, level 2. Come together. We will slake our thirst for adventure and dust. We will recruit Jolary. So you can see we spent food there, and now we got a new character. This guy's awesome. He's like a robot. It's generally found mounted and with weapon in her hand. I love Jolary. Now all she can think of is getting back up to the light and avenging her lost companion. Boom. We're bringing her along. We're going to level her up a little bit. Now we have another character. She's pretty fast. I like Jolary. All right. I'm down with this. We have enough power to power up another room. And so I think we're going to want to keep Sarah as our main attacker. Jolary is going to be our floater. So I might keep Jolary kind of here or here. And if something comes and attacks from here, then we'll do what we can from there. So we don't have enough to build another generator yet, so we'll just move forward. Sarah, continue to open some doors. Let's see what we find. We're going to clear as much of this floor as we possibly can. Oh, a crystal. Nothing spawned. Cool. So let's see. Stellae, not noticed by monsters except with a crystal. Estimated number of remaining turns is 2. So this Stellae will count down essentially for the next 2 turns. We won't get noticed by monsters. That's kind of cool. Give me some more power, please. Yeah, so we're going to build this one up. Oh no, we got baddies. And let's get both of you two in there to protect that shit. We got a lot of power, actually. Come on, where are you? Get down here. Oh, because our heroes are getting ignored. That's why things are attacking the crystal, which is dangerous. Because it's screwing with our power outage. But that's fine. How are we doing on power? Oh, our stuff got powered down because it was attacked. So that's no good. Still want that powered. So we didn't get enough. Or at least we got some, but then we lost it. So as you can see, stuff can happen that can really mess with you. But we found a research station. So let's see what we can research now. Like I said last time, the tear gas sounded all right. But since we have so much science, I'd like to reset research and get something maybe better. Land module is not that. It does give you a nice boost, but still not what I was looking for. And at this point now, we've wasted a lot of science to try and get something good. Yep, nothing good. Okay, well, too bad. We will continue to move forward. Opening more floors. Busting more doors. All right. We're out. How are we doing down here? Want more dust. Okay, let's see, we're doing fine. We can upgrade Jolary again. What skill do you get? War Rider, speed plus 10, defense plus 50. Awesome! She goes cavalry. We'll probably use that in the next room just to see what it looks like. Well, if there's bad guys. No, but there is a merchant. Awesome. And any bad guys? No baddies seem to have spawned. Perfect. All right, what do you got to sell for us, buddy? Lots of guns, but we don't have any characters that use guns, so that kind of sucks. We could buy a used chitin armor, which would give us plus 9 defense, minus 1 speed, minus 3 DPS. Maybe for... Yeah, maybe we'll give it to Kriang. We'll buy that. So you see it costs 12 food. We'll put that in our inventory. We'll bust open our inventory. And we will give that to Kriang. Perfect. So that was a merchant. Very cool. And yeah, next room full of enemies. We will be attacking. We don't have enough power to put down any more modules, which sucks. Oh, we do have a module spot over here. Oh, that was wasteful of me. That's probably a lot of turns I could have used that. Let's build a science one. Because why not? We could use some science. Okay. Moving forward. Oh, that's the last floor. So that was probably a waste. A single floor. All right, use your move. Did it do anything? She's moving fast, but it doesn't look like she's any kind of visual difference. Looks like Kriang defended that pretty well. I'll send Kriang up there. Oh no, Kriang, get in there. All right, let's get everybody down here. This is the most important thing to protect. It's our crystal. Wow. Going so fast. Okay. Yeah, let's fight these guys off. They're definitely messing with our stuff. We're probably losing a lot of power that we shouldn't be. But that happens from time to time. Kriang, let's get you over here. Okay. So, now we have to make some decisions about how to end this floor, but I think we know what to do. We're pretty good at the moment. Let's get Sarah in position. Let's get Jolary as well right here. And we've got all this stuff powered, so the enemies are only going to be coming from here and here. Sarah can get to them quick enough, so that's kind of our protective zone. And I think she'll be able to get to the exit just fine. So let's get that crystal. Let's head on down this way. And y'all two are protecting her. Yeah, in the zone where we put down the turrets. It's perfect. And let's move on through. Nice. And everybody's good to go. And we're out of here! Okay, so we've cleared 2 floors. We're not doing too badly with this team. I think this is a good position, but I think that's going to be as far as we go in on this round. Let's learn a little bit more. Joleri says she's claustrophobic. Sorry in advance if I flip into a psychotic rage. Not a good thing on this elevator. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this first episode of Price's Rogues Gallery. I hope you enjoy the concept, and I hope you want to check this kind of stuff out with me every Saturday, where we can kind of look through a bunch of different roguelite type games. And I hope we got a good look here of all the different aspects of Dungeon of the Endless. I know I didn't die because I have it on the 2 easy mode, but that's still, at least you got to see some stuff rather than me dying like 30 times, which is what happens on the other mode. Give me suggestions down below. What games would you like to see me do next week on Price's Rogues Gallery? What do you think are some awesome roguelike games that maybe don't get enough play? Or maybe there are games that you think are fan-freaking-tastic that get tons and tons of coverage that you would like to see me play. Obviously, I'm not going to do Binding of Isaac on this because I've already played a ton of Binding of Isaac elsewhere. I've already done some Necrodancer, already done some Cavern Kings. Go look at those stuff, those series if you want to check out those things. But give me suggestions for other roguelites down below that you would like to see on this series. But with that, be sure to give a like, a favorite, subscribe to the channel if you must, and I will see y'all next time.